It really is quite overwhelming, the sight of this sea of colour. Thousands and thousands of bouquets here being laid for Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II. You can smell the flowers before you can see them as you leave Green Park Tube, which is several hundred metres over the other side of the park. But there are just so many flowers that have built up here that they are really quite an overwhelming sight for people who are entering the park. Now, many people just stopping and taking it all in, clearly very moved by the sight in front of them. And people have been putting flowers in Green Park since Thursday, that dreadful news of the passing of Queen Elizabeth II. And Buckingham Palace is just through the trees behind me over there. So this is one of the most accessible and also the nearest parts to the palace where people can lay flowers. As you can see, there may be 20 bouquets deep, and members of the public yesterday, just some incredible scenes of coming together and putting the flowers up against tree stumps, as you can see the one I'm next to now, or putting them into circles or ovals, beautiful shapes behind me. Staff at the park were saying yesterday that they didn't want anybody to bring any plastic, any teddy bears, things that couldn't decompose. They said they'd had plenty of Paddington bears, plenty of marmalade sandwiches wrapped in plastic bags. They said they've got too many of them now and they're worried about them decomposing. So they said they only want organic materials, just fresh flowers if you're going to come here. And what we saw yesterday was hundreds of people in Green Park coming together and taking the plastic wrapping off of all of these flowers, taking the plastic away from some of the gifts that have been left here, and just putting them all together really neatly and organised. It really was a sign of a community coming together at what is such a difficult time. Well, I'm just going to share some of these really beautiful tributes from children, which I know have been affecting us all in the past few days. There's a lovely hand-drawn picture of Her Majesty here with children's handwriting that says, "Thank you for being the best Queen ever." And another child's note here that says, "Rest in peace, you'll remain an inspiration to all of womankind." And a really young child here has put, "With all my love, Queenie, XXX." So really beautiful messages here. And Isabel, this park is open 24 hours a day. The sun is just coming up here in Green Park, and already you can see that the first people have started to come in and lay their flowers. So throughout the morning, we'll be walking around here, we'll be showing you more of the sites, and we'll also be talking to people who have come from far and wide, not just the United Kingdom. We can see flags from all over the world. There's one over there, a Ukrainian flag, a Bolivian flag, and we're hoping to capture some of the people that have come here and capture their thoughts on the sites here and why they wanted to come and pay their respects from far and wide.